What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dev back again. First listen, Plizank. Today we're going to take a listen to the Juice Wrld and Future collab called Wrld on Drugs. Now, I listened to Fine China, man. I probably haven't released a video yet, knowing myself, but it was an interesting collab. I was kind of wondering how, you know, Future Hendrixx was gonna jump on a track with the emotional side of Juice Wrld. Look, I've listened to a lot of tracks from Future, and there is some tracks where you can hear heartbreak in his sound, but I think you know, more Future lane is when he's on kind of on that trap flex. You know what I'm saying? If that's your best friend, I'm trying to fuck her with you. You know what I'm saying? Like tracks like that. Now, when you get to a very emotional artist like Juice Wrld, who has basically the sad boy ambassador right now. Everybody fucks with Juice Wrld just because he makes the tracks like These Girls Are the Same and the track that he uses Stain sample on it, Lucid Dreams. So I just want to know if this is going to be a 16 track you know, sad boy anthem, or are we gonna see a different side of Juice Wrld? That's what I really want to know, because I've never actually listened to a rapper flex Juice Wrld, so this gonna be something new to me. So with that being said, let's just get right into this. Like always, been fucking talking too much. We got Future and Juice Wrld. Wrld on Drugs. Y'all ready? Alright, track one, we got Jet Lag featuring Young Scooter.
Take off no jet lag, spin that shit, then make that bag. I just made one cut the sides, 50 bands in the bag.
That Juice?
Keep the lights on like a truck all day. I just made one cup in sacks, 50 bands in the bag. I got 100, big old gun and broke fun. Still got niggas on the block, yeah. Yo go broke his back to that truck all day. Keep the lights on like a truck all day. I'm cooking dope. I take off no jet lag, spin with a peach now. Go to York with blue scrubs, spin it took like a big pill. Take out that red no jet lag. I wish I knew my bitch would wish that.
I think that answered half of my question so far, because we definitely heard Juice Wrld rap on here. That's a plus. And like I said, this track is more, look, Young Scooter, I'm not a fan of Young Scooter, all right? Like, we're going to put that to the side. But Future, look, I like a certain type of Future, all right? I like the slow side of Future, you know, songs like Rich Sex and Cody and Crazy, songs like that, you know, where he's mellowed out, chill, trap, like a chill trap. And then I also like, you know, hype Future. You know, hype flex Future. That's my Future like to go to. I don't like the catchy turn off the lights, I'm looking for. That's not the Future I fuck with. That's just me personally. I'm just saying like that. But if the collab is going to be like this for the rest of the album, okay, this can turn out decent. This could definitely work out. Track 2, Astronauts.
The mud, all these drugs like a weirdo. What about time? BBS time is on my earlobe. I'm in that rock, I drive fast, I'm like a-hole. Tag, rubber tight, band up, 2 minutes shopping bags. Richard Mill, auto rolling, it on TikTok. Tags, niggas, I got balls. Hope you never get the murder solving like that wrong. Hope the day you run into I drive fast, I'm an a-hole. I got cash flow, bitch, dropping the ass low, right? They like a lasso.
I think I got one question that I really been thinking about. Who came to who? When it came to the Juice Wrld Future collab, who came to who? Because if you really think about it, I don't really know, you know, saying feeding off each other's, the word y'all like to use these days is clout. I don't know whose clout is feeding off of clout. I can't even use that word. That word is a dumbass word. But we all know that Future, you know, we had at one point, you know, he had 6 straight albums fire, back-to-back championship rings. He was on a tear. Future was just doing the damn thing. And then, you know, he kind of just like, not saying fell off, but, you know, it was his time to step off the throne and let somebody else take over, right? And then we get this Juice Wrld kid who just comes out of nowhere. I did a first listen to him earlier this year, or was it last year sometime? And, you know, now he's taking over the scene. You know, he's like literally one of the upcoming artists with Tekashi 6ix9ine. And I'm just confused, like, who is really feeding off of who? Because Future doesn't really need the fame, but, you know, it would be nice to have that you know what I'm saying, that burst again, which will come from Juice Wrld. And also Juice Wrld, you know, having a name like Future and already getting his Future Hive to come to your fan base, that's another big move. Maybe they feeding off each other. Who knows? But that track right there, straight dumpster. I do not fuck with that. Obviously, we know the next track is Fine China. I would have released a video with that. I'm not even going to give too much away. I'm just going to release the video when I release it. Probably tomorrow or later on at the same time this video drops. Just reading my future self, it'll probably be the next day because I'm always late on everything. Track 4, Red Bentley featuring Thugger.
Kissing on my watch like I got a bad bladder. I'm simply fucking with shawty because I ass fatter. All red Bentley truck, Alpha Kappa.
Wait, what's that nigga say? Or rewind that.
I'm simply fucking with shawty because I ass fatter.
Oh, that's
all
terrible.
red Bentley truck, Alpha Kappa.
That's terrible.
The your name was some murders, yeah. It's a therapeutic. Poppin' tag, yeah. When I piss on diamond, you can smell the sand. Yeah, wipe my hole down with gold, you understand.
Running out of this shit. Spin it for the bitch. 500 pounds on my wrist. That's an international nigga with the shit. 16 hoes at the roof, Chris. I got 10 tracks on me, ho.
Ain't give a fuck those twin sisters. Fuck twins. I need trip red bone like a pig. Now bitch, keep it moving. That's your nigga. Bet I kill him.
Juice WRLD, I think that they are bringing you away from your sound. That was some shit that I would not expect you. Fuck because of twin sisters. Leave that to Future, first of all. Second of all, Thugger, man. Come on, man. It's just, look, I'm always gonna be a fan of Thug, but I mean, I keep it real with y'all. When some Thug sounds terrible, it sounds terrible. I think it's not even the fact that Future and Thug sounded bad on that track. I think it was the production. I think they're just missing the usual production they get from the Metros and the South Sides. It doesn't accompany their sound at all, and it just hurts them at the end. In the end. Track 5, Make It Back. Just Juice WRLD.
Got my teachers now. Niggas try to cross me, I crucify them like that preacher. Oh, all my niggas get money, best believe we spend that on sneakers. Oh, make that shit back, yeah. I make that shit back. Shit, you get thrown like a double 100 in the strip club. All of my niggas get money all day. I told you. You don't want no problems, I'm with Soldier.
Short track. But nothing really to speak on. Short track, Juice WRLD singing. Track 6, Oxys featuring Lil Wayne. Future and Lil Wayne track.
She took a half, I'm feeling gold. She looking tan and never gets old. She never get mad, we too high to fuck. I never hear that. Girl, you can't sweet as gold. Make that pussy open close.
Man, I still gotta release that Carter 2 video. But let me tell y'all something. Lil Wayne just need to stick to the first Carter 3s and just call it a career. That's it.
Faucet, wait that hoe, try got it, be afraid, eat the pocket watch, pick a pocket, Richard be a project, got me looking cocky.
Anybody, please, anybody that likes that track, get in the comment box below and please explain to me, how do you like that track? Why do you like that track? Because I don't understand how you can possibly fuck with that track. That was yo, I mean, like I know we all made a meme about La Di Da Di Da. Look, when he made La Di Da Di Da on that track with J-Rock and Kendrick, look, I liked it at first. Even at first, I was just kind of confused on what he was saying. Like, what? Like, why'd he say it like that? It was still catchy, but I was just like, I was confused. Months later, we all around the world fuck with a track. La Di Da Di Da, we jamming. But this right here, this is a little too much. All right, that track only that verse only lasted like, what was it? 3 bars, and then we get right here. How can you like that track, man? That is terrible, bro. That shit is terrible. Track 7, 7 a.m. freestyle.
Ain't no sleep, nigga. Still been sipping all night, nigga. Those clothes, nigga, etc. I'm on a whole nother level. I take Perkies to fight on my demons. It don't help that my bitch is a
Came
devil.
up in the hallway, serving J, yeah.
Smell codeine when I pee, yeah. Sipping on red lean, gun got a red beam. No niggas from the red team, they go bright side.
Turn the little nigga to fiends, all I wanna do is bust clips. Keep a Mac 11 with a beam, I'm Gucci, don't slip.
But one thing I'm noticing that we're 7 tracks in right now, it's like, one thing we haven't given Juice WRLD, you know, we've listened to all the heartbreaks, you know, the hopelessness in his songs. It just, you know, like I said, we're in a sensitive era, in a very emotional era right now, where a lot of people, you know, are living through these hard times, you know, mentally. So a lot of the music resonates with a lot of the kids nowadays because, you know, I'm going to be real with y'all. A lot of the kids these days aren't strong. They're not mentally fit for the world. It is what it is. So that's why they resort to drugs and all these things and gangs and all that. Look, that's a whole different conversation. But looking at like the album cover, looking at, you know, actually listening to Juice WRLD, you know, not just talk about the sad girls and breaking up with that and getting his heart broken, but actually listening to him talk about his involvedness with drugs. It's like, we need to really look at the bigger picture, man, when it comes to Juice WRLD. And, you know, we already know what Future was about, but just Juice WRLD with his success. You know, we've had a lot of rappers die this year, and I'm not saying it's because of the drugs, but, you know, we had a lot of rappers die this year, and it's been a very, very tough year on hip-hop. And it's just like, maybe we need to, like, you know, look at the start of Juice WRLD before, you know, it gets at a dangerous level. Man, this man is talking about drugs and taking all these drugs, and he's promoting this shit. And I just thought about it. Like, no one ever gives, we all give Lil Pump a hard time. And, you know, we all give the other rappers a hard time about their drug involvement. But when it comes to Juice WRLD, no one has really said anything. At least, and I'm around music, all right? Like, I do this for YouTube. I do this all the time. I listen to a lot. I watch a lot of interviews and shit. No one really says anything about Juice WRLD and drugs, which I think that should change right now, because this whole album right now is the world on drugs, like Juice WRLD on drugs, and he's talking about, you know, the lean and shit and the pills, and this is what a lot of our younger generation is listening to, and like, come on, man. Like, for me, I can listen to this shit because I am mentally tough. I'm not from this same bracket. I'm a little older than y'all. Someone asking me to do drugs, I'll say no. Dev, you're not cool. So what? It's fine. But y'all right here, man, like, if Juice WRLD's telling y'all to do drugs, y'all gonna try to dabble with it because y'all think it's the cool thing to do. Y'all need to really check yourselves with this, man. I'm really looking out for Juice WRLD, and I really think he needs to get checked out. Straight up. Track 8, Different, featuring Young Bands.
Let this shit real. Yeah, for real. I blow money on my bitch. Hey, kid.
Ain't fucking me bitches, I know y'all ain't worth. Don't play the position, you gon' lose your jersey. She was a good girl, now she turned. On a rich nigga, gotta earn him.
Yeah, bought $1 million at a witch turn. Yeah.
Give it all for a nigga. Go ahead, suck it through the drawers for a nigga. And take my body case if I get it. Walk hard with that.
I'm a little weird with that track. I felt like at some points I liked it, and then at some points I didn't. I think Juice WRLD is definitely saving the project so far. I don't know what Future's really doing. I mean, it sounds like Future's kind of just all over the place, but Juice WRLD is saving the album. I don't know who Young Bands is. That track was different. I just don't think that I was saying at the beginning of the album, I don't know if they were going to be a good fit for each other, depending on the kind of tracks they were going to create. And, you know, they're kind of proving my point right now. Track 9, Shorty.
Shorty, don't be a real shorty. Thought you around shorty. Put shit down, shorty. Man, go down, shorty.
New car, no keys, shorty. Gucci on my fleece, shorty. You ain't hit no stain with me, then no.
Finessing for the hood, came from nothing like the mud.
Okay, I like this one.
Cup something touch, shorty. This money ain't enough, shorty.
I passed the gun to my shorty. He shoot the shit out your shorty.
On high speed, shorty.
You know what? It's going on the Apple Music playlist. Hold on. Yeah, I'm the Panda. I fuck with that track. See, that track right there, I feel like it was a good fit for both of them, Juice WRLD and Future. Look, it is short, and I think that for them that they should have made the first project with a lot of short tracks, just because I don't think they're ready for a full-length 4-minute track. You know, I just don't think they have the cohesiveness for it. That, I mean, my opinion, like, you know, they've never worked together before. This is their first time on a track together, and then they instantly get a collab. Like, come on, man. Like, of course it wasn't going to be polished. You know, they were just kind of creating sounds and putting it together and saying, hey, we're Future and we're Juice WRLD. We're going to just put it out there, and this is the end product you get. Like, come on, man. Like, you can tell that there was really no effort put into this shit. And just the names are selling alone. That's it. Track 10, Realer and Realer.
Started some buildings, look at my money and triple, shit getting realer and realer, all my bros with the see, I get jacket Dior shade. I got a lean stain on it, I'ma give it to my maid. People love to talk about the money that they made. Shoes everywhere, I don't got no closet space. Versace draws my underwear, cause what you making dollars every day. Keep a 40, it's hungry, I turn your block to a buffet. Yeah, I spend a lot, but when see, I get
Ring, ring, got Peter Craig, yeah. I got Celine and codeine, I'm going out of here. Got more hoes than Yeezy clothes, they put up like souvenirs.
That track right there is one of those tracks where I think you can definitely tell they took their time with that one. A lot of y'all are probably gonna like that track, but that was another track for me that just really didn't do anything for me. I mean, track 11, No Issue.
Weezy out of here.
Weezy out of here.
Singing and delivering the substance. I'ma beat up for my bros. One cup, don't you try to judge us like you ain't got no flaws. Don't you try to judge for the working man, did it just because. I'm in Chicago where they trip. They let me game with me, yeah, they real. When I walk to the club, 100 racks in my pockets. I get high, and have no issues. BBS on me, no issues.
Track 12, man. World on Drugs.
I don't feel no pain, cause this pill got me numb. The world on drugs. I can see the devil in my bed. I was born a rebel, I'm not scared. You been taking drugs in the pop off. Cause the world on drugs. Hey, cause the world on drugs. Cause the world on drugs. Cause the world. Cause the world on drugs. My head. If I'm sober, then I might be.
What kind of beat was that? Like, where the fuck they get that shit from? Like, please. Holy shit. Track 13, Afterlife. Just Future.
Afterlife. He's riding clip in the drove. You know somebody's about to die tonight. I think I lie, I'm getting my money. And don't get tired. Sit in the back of the Phantom. And have a good night. And have to take nothing off. Lit up like a light. I heard made thug niggas. Call sir, got me dozing off. Out of night. I leave the baddies in the house. Super fly. Can you help who you love, nigga? That's my God, man.
You know what's very upsetting to me? Which it also kind of hurts my videos in the end, but at the same time, you know, one thing about my videos is authenticity. You know, I've always been the real deal, Holyfield, since day one. I never lie about how I feel about some shit. I'm not scared to hurt anybody's feelings out there. You know, it is what it is. I'm my own person. You're your own person. I felt like the last, 7 videos I've did, everything that I've listened to that you guys just love, because like I said, it's a different generation, man. That the shit that you guys love, you know, me listening to so much music and dabbling in all these genres, I now have a different appreciation, you know, for music. I wouldn't say I'm on a different level than a lot of you, because like I said, music is subjective. You know, it's what you like and what I like. It is what it is. I'm not saying that I'm on a higher tier than a lot of people, but for me, I love, you know, when a track comes together in one whole, you know, where sounds, lyrics, message, all this experimentation, like all these factors, you know, even the video, all these factors play a role in how I, you know, decrypt a track. You know, a lot of people, some people are surface level where they just want to hear the beat. Some people are where they're hard dabbled in the lyrics and they love to hear every single bar. Some people are just there for catchy hooks. You know, if it has a catchy hook, then it's just instant classic for them. I'm not mad at that. I'm just sitting here like, you know, these last 6 albums that I've listened to, they've been kind of boring. And that's not because, you know, I'm a boring person. That's just because the music isn't doing anything for me. I'm just sitting here like I feel like I'm wasting my time. It's just a waste of time for me. And a lot of y'all disagree when I don't like your artist, which is, I don't understand that kind of mentality. You know, maybe that's a young thing. But, you know, you guys get mad when I don't like your artist because you think it's so fire. Well, I just want to know why you think it's fire, please. And give me an explanation on why you think it's fire. Because a lot of y'all can say like, oh, you don't know good music. That shit was fire. Now, okay, now that's cool. We all can say that this shit was fire, that shit was dumpster, that shit was this. But the difference between me and you is I'm going to give you a reason why. I'm going to give you an explanation. So I'm asking you guys, why do you guys love this shit? A lot of y'all said this Juice WRLD shit was fire, it was good. Let me know why. What did this track do for you? Did y'all relate to it? Did y'all do the drugs? Like, let me know. Sounded good? The beat? Like, I need to know. Because personally, it's not doing nothing for me. Track 14, Ain't Living Right, featuring my newfound favorite, Gunna.
Put away your problem. I don't sell drugs, I cop on. I be living like days and golden on long fly. Them I've got a name on it for the 1 night. To get my roadies raised, no younger than living right. And they put away my problem. This shit real right. This that pure white crack. Yo, my need that. Low ass in a quick pass. Every day I dash to the quick cash. I get that.
You know, this man Gunna, I've listened to a lot of Gunna tracks recently in the last month now, and every time Gunna gets on a hook, he makes it fire. They didn't have Gunna on the hook. Track 15, Transformer, featuring Nicki Minaj. Oh, God.
Talking back to Siri, smashing foreigners, murder shit at the corner, dragging Jordan, murder shit at the corner, dragging Jordan, racing rat, all summer, want the donor, all I did was hold my arm.
Life, but now that nigga need a yarn. All his friends tryna kill it, eat it, just a dama. Nigga snakes, but stupid, I'm the snake charmer. Just a different tax bracket up at.
I'm the charm. Ah!
Want the donor, all I did was hold my arm. Top one,
And the last track, Hard Work Pays Off.
She's on my day, she like damn. I didn't need money, kinda count. Call my doctor to heal my pain. Perky's taking my life away. I'ma bag your bitch because I can. I've been feeling paid off, tripping on them every day. Sex out, put the chopper to your head. Take it off, fat face.
This track's not that bad.
Traumatized before, but still I'm not afraid. I done seen friends turn forward on the bed.
Where's that beat from? Put it down below. Alright, man, before I give you guys my explanation and before I give you guys my opinion on the album, let's just get the famous quotes out of the way that everybody likes to use. Oh, Dev, you weren't in the right mindset to listen to this album. That's one. Two, oh, you just don't know real rap music, you're a pleb. Oh, that's two. Let's see, what's the third one? Oh, you just don't understand the intelligence of the Juice WRLDs and the Futures. You're just a simple, feeble-minded soul who... Please, give me the excuse because I don't agree with your favorite artists. I want to hear it in the comment box below. I am ready for all of it. My opinions with this album, though, this is probably going to be the most disappointing project of the year just because of the big household names we have here with Juice WRLD and Future. You know, we have someone who's coming off one of the best 4 months of his career in Juice WRLD. He had the most hype. I think he had 2 songs on the Billboard 100. They were top 10. And, you know, we have Future here who, I think, did he make an album this year? No, he hasn't made an album in 2018, but he made 3 albums last year in 2017, had the great run for the last 5 years. And I'm thinking that this is going to be something fire. Like, we're going to get some cool ass shit. We're going to get some mellow down shit, you know, some codeine crazy type shit. Yes, I don't care what nobody says. You go into an album with an expectation. Not saying I'm discrediting every song when I'm going right into the album, but you go into an album with an expectation. I expect a certain sound. I expect something. I expect it from this aspect. It's expectations. Tom Brady goes into the year. He has Randy Moss. He has motherfucking Rodney Harrison and Teddy Bruschi. You expect them to win a Super Bowl. Expectations. They don't exceed expectations. It happens. Now, the album, man, the one thing I didn't really like about the album is how they were just promoting the whole drug use. After what has happened all this year and last year with all these artists, I don't get why, you know, I'm okay with Juice WRLD talking about his emotional breakdowns with girls and, you know, trying to get through it and all. I don't really appreciate how it's just glorifying all the drug use, man. Like, I thought we were getting past that. Even Lil Pump said it himself. The Tekashi said it themselves. Look, there's one thing we're being ignorant, and then there's one thing while teaching the youth to do drugs. All right, man. It's not gonna fly from you, man. Like, the reason like I said, we are in an emotional emotional ass era, man. A lot of you guys are weak mental people. I'm sorry to say, man. A lot of the kids, I would say, you know, are going through high school, going through middle school. You guys are weak mentally. So you guys to you know, resort to drug use and all this shit and gang violence and whatnot. And this man, Juice WRLD, is just sitting here like, yeah, I do this shit. Y'all should do it. He's the next one up. I don't think he's learned yet. I don't think he understands how big of an icon he is. I'm not trying to be his dad. Look, you're a grown-ass man at the end of the day. He got to make his money. But I'm just saying that when you have an album kind of, you know, enlightening that lifestyle, I just don't agree with it. You know, that being said as well, the album wasn't even good, even if it was about the drugs. It didn't sound good. There was no good beats. I think I like 3 tracks on here, which was the last track, the intro, and one of the tracks on the middle that I added to my playlist, my Apple Music playlist. I just don't think that, you know, they took their time with it. They just, you know, used their names, got together on a couple of beats. Let's put it together, let's put it out, and it's going to sell, because it is going to sell. Future and Juice WRLD are definitely going to sell it as a collab, or people are going to stream it, because you don't even need to sell nowadays. All you need to do is just stream it, and you automatically get that play, you get that money. So even if you don't buy the album, you're really buying the album because you're listening. The stream thing is so stupid. It's just a whole, it's a whole different algorithm. Anyways, man, I think Future could have came a little harder. I think that he has definitely declined from what he was doing, but that's okay, because he made 5 straight albums that are fire, 4 straight albums that are fire. It's just like, yo, you know, it's going to happen. You can't everybody can't be great on every single thing they do. And then Juice WRLD, man, you know, I think this kind of brought him back down to earth. You know, I definitely said that there was gonna be another side of him on this album, just because Future was on here and they couldn't make 16 straight lullabies. You know, we were going to get a rapping side from Juice WRLD in some of the tracks, and I can't say that I'm a fan of that. I'm just being real with y'all. Get in the comment box. Let me know what was your favorite track on here. Let me know what tracks y'all like. Like I said earlier in the video, if you like a track on here and you like it, I want to know why you like it. I give you my reasons why I dislike it. And you guys don't ever, all you guys can say is like, you don't have no good music taste. So I want to hear why y'all think this is fire. Period. Give me solid reasons on your opinion, because everybody has an opinion, but you got to have some kind of explanation to your opinion to validate your opinion. So get in the comment box below, man. Talk to me. Let me know why y'all think this is fire for the ones that did. But for me, it's a big ass disappointment, man. 3 out of 16 tracks. Probably the worst listens I listened to this year. And I'm hella disappointed. We're gonna keep it like that, man. Get in the comment box below. Let me know what y'all think. If you want to follow me on Apple Music, man, donate $1 to the Patreon, man. Let me know what y'all want to hear. You know, dollar goes a long way. Dollar in the dream. Shout out to J. Cole, man. You know, if 1,000 y'all gave me $1, I can continue doing this YouTube shit as I love to do. Subscribers don't really mean anything to me as long as y'all here supporting and watching. We're gonna keep moving forward, man. Till the next time, it's been your Dev, and we are out.